I'm your host who ain't afraid of no ghosts, Andrew Price from NostalgiaCast, your weekly roundup of the best and most up-to-date nostalgic news, where we discuss the stories and give our thoughts.
What's nostalgic news? How about the fact that they're rebooting the Power Rangers again with a new movie that will take place in the 90s? We talk about stories like these every week on NostalgiaCast.
Each week, Andrew, Tyler, Kirk, and Kelby, and a rotating cast of guests find all the most interesting nostalgia-themed news so you don't have to.
Over here. Those other guys don't want you to know, but we usually end up using the news stories as jumping off points to discuss how pop culture and nostalgia affect the human condition.
Check out new episodes of NostalgiaCast every single Monday for free, wherever you get your podcasts, except Zoom. We don't post on Zoom.
Now pause the podcast you're currently listening to and go subscribe to NostalgiaCast.
Thanks, guys.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to the very first quarantine edition episode of Super Mega Cast. I'm joined by my life partner and co-host, Ryan McGee.
That's me. I am Ryan McGee. And this is the first episode we are recording in our homes, apart, because you just got back from seeing your lovely family in South Carolina.
This is the first episode in history that we've recorded apart from each other, isn't it?
It is,
we've never.
It doesn't feel right.
Yeah.
I don't like it. I don't like it.
It feels weird. It feels like strange. This is what it would be if you moved back to South Carolina and I moved to the middle of the Nevada desert. We'd have to do this every week.
See, I view it as something like this is what it would be if we ended up hating Super Mega, but still having to do it for monetary purposes.
Like we're locked into a contract. So
but luckily it's just COVID, and it's just because you're a responsible boy. You're taking a test, and
yes,
did you get a cheek swab, or what kind of test did you take?
So
since you've taken it, I haven't taken a test.
It was really easy. For this episode's gonna be great because the slight delay back and forth is gonna make us start talking over each other, and then we'll both pause to let the other one talk, and then we'll both start talking at the same time.
It's like watching CNN debates when they have someone over satellite.
I love that. But that's what this episode's gonna be. It's gonna be a big CNN debate. But the test is super easy. I was super fucking safe in South Carolina. I wore my face shield, I wore my face mask, my gloves while I was traveling. And I didn't go out to any restaurants or anything, even though they were all open and they were packed. I said no.
You didn't celebrate in a good old cough-a-thon, dude?
I was thinking about it at one point about going down to the bar and having a cough-a-thon with everyone, but decided probably not to do that.
Yeah.
It's nice over a beer when everyone can cough at each other, though. They do that a lot in South Carolina.
But it's nice to have you back, even though I can't see you right yet. But hey, you're gonna get the results like ASAP, like possibly tomorrow.
I should be getting them tomorrow because Carson got tested when he got back, and he lied and said that he was a credentialed member of the media, and he got his test back the next day. So
did you lie as well?
Well, I don't know if it's a lie. I said that I'm a credentialed member of the media.
We were credentialed for E3.
We are, and we're verified on Twitter. So and we are media. So I guess technically, if it's not a lie, right? Like we are credentialed.
Yeah, I mean, Twitter credentialed. I mean, what is being credentialed at the end of the day?
Right? Who decides who gets credentialed? Right? Who makes that decision?
I guess Twitter.
Yeah, exactly. So boom, there you have it. I also, it doesn't matter though, because I went to Dodger Stadium and it's a drive-through thing. So I'm in my car with a big line of cars. I pull up to this dude, but has a sign that says like, "Show me your proof that you have an appointment." So I just like put my phone up against the window with the text message, and then he let me in. And then I waited in line forever, and then I pull up to this one guy, and I roll down my window. And he's like, "Sir, roll your window up." I was like, "Shit." So I roll my window up, and then
you contaminated the whole field.
Well, I thought he wanted to talk to me, and I had to show him something. So I rolled it down a little bit. He's in a hazmat suit, and I'm wearing a mask. So I was like, "Oh, yeah." And he's like, "Sir,
he's in a hazmat suit."
They had it really serious.
See, I don't go outside much, so I'm like, does it look scary or? Like,
yeah, it does.
When you go there,
it looks like some. Well, it looks like what you imagine like a pandemic situation would look like in a movie. But I get why they're like that, because that's where like most people go to get tested in LA. So it's like most of the COVID cases are going to be coming right through there. So
yeah.
But I go and I show him through the window my name and my confirmation number, and he writes it on a sticky note, slaps it to my car window. I drive a little further, a woman hands me a bag with a test kit with one of those little like claws with the grabber. You know what I'm talking about?
Wait, like one of the kids' toys that you can find at like Target.
This was like
the ones that make the mechanical noise.
But this was a grown-up version, and she passes it, and I roll down
the
my
ones
window.
used for like littering.
Yep,
like picking up litter.
And then she wrote my number on the bag that was on my car. I stuck that Q-tip in my mouth. I whipped it all around. I touched the inside of my cheeks, my gums, roof of my mouth. I even stuck it down my urethra for good measure, and I put it in a little tube of liquid, and I shook it up, and then I drove to a big trash can. I threw it in the trash can.
Do you have could you imagine if this is what sperm donation is now? Like people have to like come up and drive and like masturbate in their cars outside of the hospital.
It's a big line of cars. Don't roll your window down, sir.
I just came. What do I do with it?
Sir, you did it too early. You're gonna have to do it again.
Well, you have to go to the back of the line.
Best part was that like Eric Garcetti, the mayor of LA, there was like a big video of him playing on like what to do, and he was like, "Please."
How big was the video?
It was probably like 8 feet long. It was on a screen like a jumbotron, and he was like, "Please don't drink any of the fluids in the kit. Do not drink the fluids." I feel like one dumbass went through and did that, and they're like, "Oh, god damn it."
Why would that be someone's first thought? Like they have to think, because the thing is, do you think there's one person who actually didn't drink the liquids because of that warning? They were just a split second from just like, they had it like up to their mouth, all of a sudden they heard it, they're like, oh, shoot.
Oh, thank God. Definitely. But I really, dude, that drive-up sperm donation thing, that's an untapped market, because think about this. Most guys want to donate sperm, right? Because getting paid $100 per pop, that's a dream come true, right? Like,
yeah.
Every guy wants to do that, but you
guys like myself could make a career out of it.
Absolutely, dude. You could be making $600 a day. And you don't want to, have to go to the sperm clinic. You don't want to risk getting seen. You feel awkward walking into the person at the front desk like, "Hey, I'm here to masturbate and donate sperm." But
like they know when you walk out of that bathroom that you were just masturbating.
Yeah. The second you go in, they know what you're doing the whole time. And when you walk out, they're like, "Did you have a good session, sir?" So it's awkward. So I think the drive-up thing is great. And then at the end, they just have that little bin that you just roll down your window, chuck it in, and there you go. Not a bad idea. That's actually really smart, to be honest. As long as you designate that area as like a sex offender free zone, or it makes you like exempt, so you can masturbate in your car without any legal repercussions.
Well, some would say that that's like some of the only money a sex offender could potentially get would be masturbating in their car away from other people.
Yeah, but then the thrill's not there for them.
True.
Can you donate sperm if you're a registered sex offender?
I don't know, but for some reason this got me thinking of that George Lopez show episode where they had a hot sex offender. Do you remember that episode?
Kind of. It was a girl, right?
Yeah, they go over to Max's, they take Max over because they're worried that like a sex offender, like he's worried a sex offender's gonna touch his son, Max, in the show. And they go over and it's a woman, then he goes, "Angie, or something like that. Whatever he says in the show. What does he
just lets out some kind of primal noise.
Didn't he have a catchphrase? I got this!
Yeah, it was that. It was I got this.
Yeah, he probably said, "I got this," and then
he said, and then he said it in Spanish, and then he runs out the front door, and then there's a sting that goes doo 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 doo, and then it fades out, and then a commercial comes in. It's classic George Lopez right there.
Hey, Matt.
Hey, baby.
You went to South Carolina, and I miss it. Can you tell me the one thing that you got back that you're like, "Oh my God, yes, I'm back," and then the one thing when you got back, another thing that's a negative, where you're just like, "Ah, fuck, I forgot about this." What's the big upside and the big downside to visiting home?
Okay, so
after like a year
and a half.
Jesus, I could not imagine. Well, I'm starting to have to.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's almost the same for you, because last time I was there was when we did the show there in April 2019. So,
yeah, and the last time I was there was for the holidays. So, I mean, I'm guessing it's honestly going to be a year before I go back, if I even can go back for the holidays.
I do have to say, before I jump into that answer, it made, when I went back, it felt like more special than ever, though. It felt really, it felt like, because you go home and it feels rejuvenating. Like, this time felt the most rejuvenating because it felt so special and new again. And there were so many just little things that I had forgotten about that would just click. And it just felt so good. So I think the best thing was a couple things. Seeing weather, like actual like clouds and seeing lightning.
Feels like Groundhog Day with no weather here, dude.
I know.
I wake up every morning and I'm just like, it's the same shit. There's nothing new going on.
There's not a single fucking cloud in the sky. And I appreciate clouds because they're cool looking. I don't care if it... I want it to rain, but if it doesn't rain, just get cloudy sometime.